Hi, today we'll go over the last match of Juventus against Fiorentina. By the end of this video, you'll get what's so funny with this image where Allegri tells not to cross the line. So let's get started. By the way, do subscribe to my channel so you never miss upcoming football analytics content, tutorials, and updates. So, La Gazzetta dello Sport wrote after this match that Allegri doesn't play, but rather functions. Yet, despite of 80 minutes of suffering in Florence, the Bianconeri did not concede a goal, got 3 points, and are in the way for the Scudetto. The numbers of Juventus win in Florence look like a small team from a province is trying to get any points whatsoever against one of the big teams. Overall ball possession of Fiorentina was 68% with only 32 for Juventus. If you assume that's because Fiorentina was pushing hard in the second half, trying to respond to a conceded goal. Look no more. The 73 to 27% in the first half suggests that it wasn't due to Juventus' desire to defend the result in the second half. If we take a look at on what half teams had their possessions on, the picture becomes even more dramatic. 90% of Juventus' overall ball possession was in their first half of the pitch, meaning they barely crossed the second third of the pitch during the match. Yet attacking efforts of Juventus were more effective. They made 3 shots on target, with one resulting in a goal. All 3 shots were from the penalty box, with only one by Fiorentina. 4 out of 5 crosses of Juventus were successful, which accounts for 80% success rate, and only 34% made by Fiorentina. Without looking at the match itself, these numbers tell the story and the way Juventus played. As La Gazzetta wrote, Fiorentina controlled the majority of the pitch, moving towards the penalty box of Juventus, and then just stopped because couldn't do anything with Juventus defense. But let's examine the match in more detail. Heatmaps clearly show that this should be the match between the big team and the one who is trying to save itself from the relegation. Juventus heatmap is to the right. Impressive image, I must say. Before going further, we need to get familiar with team formations. So Fiorentina played 4-2-3-1 with Juventus choosing 3-5-2. And the reason we needed to know formations is to relate them to the players' average positions. Here's the first half of Juventus image being to the right. We clearly see that even attackers' average positions are the maximum on the middle of the circle, while Fiorentina was on the Juventus half almost all its squad. The second half hasn't changed anything much. Now let's take a look at defensive positions. Juventus met opponents not that far from the penalty box, with average line of defense being 37 meters. Fiorentina, on the other hand, had a pretty high defense with average line of 62 meters, being in the Juventus side of the pitch. The second half of the match didn't bring any surprises. Maybe only Juventus moved a bit higher, increasing its average defense line by 5 meters. Now, you probably can relate to this picture. The original picture of Allegri was taken from his coaching lecture on behalf of Italian Football Federation. And as we've just seen, Juventus pretty much implemented this simple rule in their match against Fiorentina, the rule not to cross the line. And no matter who says what, Bianconeri got 3 points and now are in the second place in the Serie A and justifies the means, or so Allegri believes. So that's all with Max Allegri and Juventus. Stay tuned and do subscribe to my channel to never miss a single update. If you enjoyed this video, show your support by buying me a coffee on buymeacoffee.com. The link is on your screen and in the description to this video. Thanks for watching and cheers!